Hey team, Ben from the regions here. We're a couple of weeks into these policy changes for junior staff coming in for the coming season, and I have seen a couple of points in the market where there's confusion and misunderstanding. I just want to clear these up. And look, whether you're our clients or not, the purpose of policy changes are to get things right for what the nation needs, and I simply hope these pointers guide you on navigating these changes. English, a very low level of English is now required. Anyone looking at hiring any junior staff, the first thing you do, you need to get them to sit one of these English exams. IELTS or Pearson are the two most readily sat exams. One of the biggest points of misunderstanding we're seeing are the rules around relevant experience. This is not the same as commercial and taxed farming experience for residency or your skilled visas. A dairy farm's a very diverse profession. A day on a farm contains a whole host of things ranging from technology to crops to stock to machinery. Relevant experience and the legal threshold are letters of reference from an employer. It could be in any field, maybe even including some general labouring. Farming is a physical job. It can be from any relevant field, so long as they've got 3 years experience in their prior life. The letter of the law, what it cites here on the screen around what the job check cites as the relevant minimum, that's what you've got to be mindful of. So you can't specify unrealistic requirements. It's simply the bare minimum that you need someone to be, for example, physically fit and have a bit of agriculture or machinery or stock work experience prior. It's literally that simple. If someone holds a bachelor's degree or higher from their home country in any field, that is automatically relevant for a job offer, and you don't need to worry about the legal thresholds of relevant experience. And it's obviously mandatory now that we're checking in with WINS or MSD whether there's anyone locally available who's unemployed. This is also really misunderstood in a lot of the comments and conversations I've had. You're still the owners of your businesses and your dairy farms, and you still have full autonomy on who you do and do not have living on farm. On the whole, these policy changes have come in because unemployment is apparently rising in our cities. We know that's not happening in rural New Zealand, and we know that someone moving from unemployment to getting out of bed really early in the morning to get cows in and maybe get kicked in the head by a heifer, someone's probably not going to be unemployed and willing and able to do that. Equally, these are your businesses, these are your livelihoods. You have full autonomy to stipulate you're not able to have anyone in the role with a criminal record, given the high degree of trust and the value of all the items that are on the farm and readily available to all staff. And given all of the legal compliance that you face around environment, animal welfare, health and safety, you can stipulate incoming staff need verified references that, for example, they're going to be a health and safety reliable person, or that they're not going to be an animal welfare liability. You can stipulate these in your vacancies, and if there's someone who's currently unemployed but can't meet those references, you're not obligated to employ them. And no government policymaker in their right mind is going to try and make someone hire under the immigration-derived framework an employee that's then going to put your business and your livelihood in danger. That is not going to happen. So simply be clear if you're having to work with MSD, look, no one's going to pay immigration and recruitment costs in their right mind if there's a good available person locally, but a good available person looks like the following criteria. Failing that, there's other ANZCO codes, agricultural machinery operator, and even general labourer. If a person has really specific machinery background or really specific physical labouring background and you're happy to teach them how to milk cows, obviously we farm on grass. Most employers understand the staff they've got coming in from overseas have never farmed on grass, and to a fair extent you are training people from scratch regardless of their prior experience. So I think those are the key takeaways as we navigate these changes. I hope this helps all of you. These policy changes are nothing to be feared. They can easily be navigated. Unfortunately, rural New Zealand does seem to be getting caught up in city and urban New Zealand's unemployment and maybe the construction sector's exploitation. But we just need to follow what these rules say. They are more than workable, and I hope that helps. Cheers, mate.